Hello and welcome. This is KO with Queen City Comedy, and you've fallen right into our trap. This is Smells Like Ghosts, Monster of the Week, the paranormal soap opera, the only show where we have an ongoing narrative soap opera that continues week after week, month after month. Come back first Tuesday of every month and check into the characters on the town of Undisclosed, which we'll meet in just a minute. We need a couple things from you. We need, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, in the comments, just type in below, what is an irrational fear that you had as a child? It's just something that as a kid scared you, and now you look back at it and you're like, oh, that was weird. Put that in the comments, and we will use it to fuel the improv here in a little bit. And because you are here today and we are live, we are announcing that Queen City Comedy has released the dates, and the submissions are now open for the Queen City Comedy Experience happening in October of this year. So if you're a performer and you're like, man, I sure wish I could get in on some of that sweet, sweet Charlotte, North Carolina action, the link is live, and we are looking for the best of the best of the best. And maybe you too. But you don't want to hear me plug a festival that's still several months away. You want to see you can have some fun and hang out with your old buddies in the town of Undisclosed. So let's meet our cast. Everybody, hop on out here. Everybody get out here. Yeah. Here they come. Oh, lo-fi beats. Yeah, look at them all. They're so gorgeous. All right, let's say hello. You want to keep dancing while you say hello? Yeah, keep swaying, pretend you're hearing the music. Let us know who you are, where you're zooming in from, and a little bit about your character or characters that you play on Monster of the Week. We'll start with our good friend Javi.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Javi. I'm in a dusty room. I am zooming in from Manila, Philippines, Metro Manila, Philippines. I'm going to play a character named Jeef. He's a shipper. He sounds like this. And probably might play two other characters who you'll meet. Otherwise, Jeef's a friendly guy.
All right, thank you. And over to Rusty.
I'm Rusty Bill. I'm coming at you from wonderful Grandview, Missouri. Character is Larry Atkins, who's a kind of a weird 6,000-year-old man or something like that. I don't know. I forget how long ago it was. But anyway, enjoyed the show.
Thank you. And Scarlett.
Hello, I'm Scarlett. I am zooming in from Austin, Texas, and I play Juniper for the most part. Sometimes I drop in as other things. But Juniper is a modern day witch, maybe a little bit of a malevolent force in town, but no one's really sure yet.
All right, thank you. And Emily.
Hello, hello. I'm calling in from or zooming in from Victoria, Australia, on the Mornington Peninsula. And my character is Miss Champagne, and I also will sometimes play the friendly ghost guy, Francis. Um, and yeah, they get into stuff.
Get into stuff. The scamps.
Get into stuff.
All right, and Kat.
Hey, I am in Charlotte and I play Tracy Hemlock, the town psychic. She's not really that good. Um, I also play the recently graduated French foreign exchange student, Faye Dupont. She just kind of doesn't like most people.
Oh. All right. Great. Give it up. Show some love in the chat for those folks. And while you're doing that, I'm going to look and see what suggestions we've gotten from folks. All right. Boom, boom, boom. We get this in a couple places. Okay. This is from Carlos. And Carlos said, scratchy clothes that would rub your skin. Scratchy clothes that would rub your skin. All right. And so with that, we will. Oh, 1 second. Let me get my sound effects up. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. Take it away.
Yes, it's time once again for Queen City Comedy's improv team, Smells Like Ghosts, starring in the Paranormal Soap Opera Mystery Theater thing show. I'm your host, insert host name.
It's Kale.
Join us now in the episode we call, insert episode name here.
It's a
But
scratchy,
first,
scratchy close.
Here's what happened in our previous episode.
Last week, we heard Tracy Hemlock exclaim,
That highway stresses me out more than a birthday card from grandma in an overstocked pharmacy.
and we heard Francis ask,
Has anybody seen where my flip-flops have gone?
all this and nothing more on this week's Monster of the Week.
You know, it just feels like we keep going around the same conversation. And I'm telling you, you're better than that, Miss Champagne.
I know we keep having this conversation, but I keep thinking that the outcome might change.
You know, they do say crazy is doing the same thing over and over, expecting the same outcome. Now, if you're doing the same thing over and over and you're like, I thought it'd be different this time.
I might be insane.
That's cool. Most of this town is, so you're in
Well,
good
that's what I was
company.
thinking. But it's just that whole idea that, like, I guess with, I don't know, with Francis living in the house, and then I tried to, like, help with the band and all that stuff, sometimes I just feel like I'm overworked and I'm not paid anymore. And I don't know I'm not paid anymore.
You know, it's just another iteration of boundaries. We keep talking about this, and you got to have boundaries with what you say yes to. Remember, it's okay to say no, Miss Champagne. In fact, you should probably say no more often.
It's okay to say no. Gosh, that's hard to say, though.
Oh, but it sounds so sweet coming out of your mouth.
Maybe I can use this next time. Well, like when I have those conversations with Juniper. You know how she gets that tea, and then stuff just changes, and then next minute, I'm laying on the ground in the grass behind the museum, and I don't know what I've done.
I mean, that tea, good luck saying no with that one.
Right?
Meanwhile, inside the cave. Oh, Larry.
Hey, Chief.
You look so forlorn here in the cave.
Well, I like to come in here and look at the prehistoric artwork. It reminds me of home.
Oh, that's a great fact. In fact, I don't know a lot about your home.
I don't remember a whole bunch. It's like I can hardly remember yesterday.
Oh, Larry. Here. You can cry. I'll watch these vaguely crudely drawn buffaloes on the wall.
Oh, yeah, to the unaided eye, they appear to be, rough and tumble. But to me, it just brings back the memories.
The memories of you chasing wild animals. Some might even say that was the start of what led you down the path of animal control industry.
Yeah, that's part of it, because I mean, we had to eat, but still, I didn't like disrupting the buffalo community around here. Or back home, we had elk.
It wasn't about killing. Exactly. You just wanted to chase them. Almost like feel like be a part of that community.
That's right. We were communing with nature. Chief, you're just so cool.
And Larry, you're so vulnerable. It's like watching the cave paintings is like history almost repeating itself with you, you know?
It is. I mean, you can see these men here. All they
Yeah.
got is they got fur breeches and stuff. And I don't know that I'd want to wear that again, but it's a whole different thing.
I think
Meanwhile, at the Cliffs of Despair, and I what a grand entrance, Cliffs. Thank you for that. I didn't know you could make that sound with the waves.
Well, I've been working on some of my talents recently.
Ah, yes. It's improving. Look, I don't mean to waste your time, but I was doing some digging around in my closet the other day trying to find my energy drinks that somehow have gone missing. And I found this old sweater that I used to wear when I was just a wee boy. And I remember that Larry and I used to have we used to share this sweater back and forth. I don't know why. I can't recall if our mothers were best friends, or aunts, or late cousins. I'm not sure. But we shared sweaters, and I've realized I think it's actually much older than I thought it was.
Well, if I'm remembering correctly, that sweater is from one of the original landings.
Like a moon landing?
Older landing. Like when they first started, because Larry's like 6,000 years old.
Is it right?
So yeah, back when they landed across the Bering Strait up
Oh,
in, Russia, Alaska area.
oh
Because it
yes.
says Russia Alaska crossing on it.
I I should really go there. Now that I'm a ghost and all, I should be able to just zap myself over there and check it out. I wonder if any more of his our sweaters are there. Wonder what we
Meanwhile, at the hardware store,
Juniper, you are always a pleasure to lay my eyes on.
oh, thank you, Faye. Right back at ya. I'm having a bad day though.
Oh, please tell me which part was the worst.
Uh, just there's lots of static. The energy is carrying lots of static, and it's just I I just can't think. I can't get anything done. Like I'm in the hardware store, and I meant to go to the grocery store.
That static is the worst. Do you know what that static does? Scrambles your mind, makes you go to wrong places. It makes my silk clothes feel like they are scratching me.
Feels like they're Brillo pads, right? Everything like a frickin' pipe cleaner through the brain.
I, I could not have explained it better if my English was better.
Ah, you're so good at that. Buffet, if you feel this, and I feel this, we can't be the only ones.
No. And I hope the rest of them are suffering with it. That's kind of the only good part of this, right?
I would like to hear about it.
Ooh, gossip. Tis my favorite.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, go Jeef.
meanwhile, back in the postal office. So, so I know Larry wants to resurrect some witches, and I know that Francis is interested in traveling. You know, word gets around town after a few hours. And then Scarlett's having some, her clothes are catching electricity. So I'm just putting together a nice box, Miss Champagne.
Chief, that's like the nicest thing anyone's done in this town for like, I don't know, 2 weeks.
Thanks. Somebody's got to do something about it. You know, people can't just be going around feeling things and just wallowing and then nothing happens.
Gosh, I mean, I guess you're right. I think that's really funny. But we need more people like you, don't we?
We do. You're joining me in my cause.
Well, oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
People joining me in our cause.
Sorry, Tracy.
No worries. You know how much I love to see you, Miss Champagne. You are my favorite person in town, but don't tell anybody that. Chief, I got this box of goodies for you. There are kazoos in here and there are fluffy things, and I'm telling you that this box is just spicier than the Tooth Fairy in a wine cellar full of grape juice.
Whoa.
Ay, caramba.
Hold on, Chief. I don't think you understand the reality of what Tracy just said, but that is like hardcore stuff right there, so please be really careful with it.
You know, when you say things that increase the pressure, my knees buckled.
Don't buckle. No,
Oh,
Don't. The effects. The effects.
meanwhile, at the lemonade stand,
So yeah, they got all these kind of. It's almost like a Stone Age comic book up on the cave walls there. It's pretty interesting. You should go check it out sometime. I mean, if you,
I'm sure it's a search. It's just as good as all the other books. The nerds write.
well, we didn't really have nerds such as that, but we did have. Well, I guess you would call them nerds
You
nowadays.
don't think cave people who drew on the walls were nerds?
Yeah, yeah, I guess you're
Oh,
right.
what's that one?
They would be called nerds.
Yeah, compared to the ones out getting the job done with the hunting and the gathering and they were nerd cavemen. Were you, Larry? You were a nerd caveman?
Well, I mean, I guess you could. I guess I would fall into that category because
You were a cave nerd.
yeah,
Amazing.
I discovered ochre. The ochre color, the red color.
No.
I discovered that.
Hey,
They would
Larry.
use-
Larry,
Yeah, yeah,
I heard you talking about our cave paintings.
yeah.
I got zapped
That's
over
true.
here, and I just wanted to let you know that I found the sweater. And it's very itchy. But do you remember this sweater that we used to wear when we were children? We shared it.
How could I forget?
Juniper, what's wrong with Larry?
I don't know. I think you might be upset that I called him a cave nerd.
No,
Well-
I'm not upset. Sweater, that damn sweater. Now I got the itchies all over my body because that damn sweater.
Larry,
you
it's
I
don't-
don't
okay.
even have to wear it to be itchy.
Larry, it's okay. You can admit that what I said made you uncomfortable.
Do you not want the sweater then, Larry?
I tried to get rid of the dang thing. I don't know where you found it. And yes, I appreciate your help, Juniper, and Juniper. And I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you would just uncover details of my life that I totally forgot about and seemed unimportant, and you make them come back full force. I'll tell you.
This
Well,
is a
that's my
tiff
job.
that I don't want to be a part of anymore. Larry, I'll take the sweater back. You son of a biscuit.
Francis, you're not getting away from this either, you cave nerd.
Meanwhile, at the park, you know, the English country gentleman chasing after a fox. 'Tis the unspeakable in pursuit of the inedible.
You're absolutely right about inedible. That's got to explain all the discomfort I'm feeling ever since Tracy dropped off that box and I broke it on the ground.
Yes, she has this terrible habit. Oh no, I just figured it out. She has this terrible habit of running amok. And not
Yes.
even on purpose. That's why I hate her so much. Like, if she did it on purpose, I would like her. But no, she caused head over town on accident.
What kind of a person causes hell every time they want to help people? She's a paradox.
Well, she is a Tracy with an IE. I feel like that's just the problem right there.
That's exactly right. My clothes, they haven't been the same since the spicy stuff and all the weird shit broke in my postal office. I think I'm dying.
No. Oh, you are like
Meanwhile, on Francis's porch.
So like Juniper will tell you here in a minute, I didn't mean to offend Francis, and if you just talk to him and tell him that I appreciate him finding the sweater, but I really don't want it.
Larry, look, I know that you guys have a history, right? I know that you guys are like really old and you have a weird family and it's strange. But you know how I hate getting involved in Francis's life all the time.
Well, he's a ghost,
That's
so
exactly
he's
what
not
I
alive anymore, right?
That's exactly what I told him, the champagne. Like, Larry is old enough to fight his own battles.
Wait, what the heck, Larry? I'm fighting my own battles, okay? I got broken up with by a doorknob yesterday. And you're coming here to tell me that I have to sort things out with you and Francis?
Well,
Francis's porch here. Francis's porch.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
I want to remind everybody that you all like causing Francis problems. I like causing Francis problems too. No judgment.
Well, yeah, just let him he'll get over it. He's still looking for his energy drinks. He hasn't had that for like 6 weeks now.
Okay. I just thought I'd ask. I mean, one friend to another. I didn't mean to cause a rift between us, that's so big that you could drive a Mack truck through the damn thing.
Larry, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you. Tracy told me I should start saying no more.
Larry, there's no reason to make Miss Champagne feel bad. They're
Well,
just
I have to agree with Miss Champagne saying no more. This sounds really delightful on you, Miss Champagne.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Oh. Thanks, everybody.
Uh-huh.
Everybody's so nice in this town.
Oh, Miss Champagne.
I'm gonna go in and get a tissue. I'll be back.
See, Larry, like I said, taking this right to Francis would have been the better move for you.
Well, I appreciate your words of wisdom there, Juniper. I mean, You may not be 6,000 years old, but you certainly got the smarts of a 6,000-year-old cave
Well,
dweller.
Meanwhile, at the park. Ah, I'm born. I'm an electric sweater. And I'm here to make everyone feel uncomfortable. Ah, feels good. Feels good. Well, Jeef was really delicious to eat.
Was Jeef eaten by an electric sweater? Who can stop an electric sweater tearing through the town? Tune in next week when we hear Tracy Hemlock proclaim,
That baby babbles more than Santa Claus at a high stakes poker game.
and we hear the electric sweater say,
More food, more flesh.
all this and nothing more on the next Monster of the Week. Yeah, great job. We did it. Fantastic. Show some love in the chat for the cast. Bring the cast back out. Come say everybody, say hello. Come check out Queen City Comedy Experience in October in Uptown Charlotte. And come back first Tuesday every month for Monster of the Week.
Are you all right, Kale?
I'm glitching. I'm glitching. All right. Thank you. Good night. Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye. Oh, keep going. Keep going. We're not out on YouTube yet. Yeah. Why?